Wow, what an amazing day in the stock market today. Almost every single stock that we mentioned yesterday was up. And what about Bitcoin? It hit $40,000 today. That's crazy. So of course we've got to talk about those Bitcoin stocks, and we're also going to talk about Tesla and Nio. Tomorrow is the last trading day for Nio before Nio Day on January 9th. Now, before we get to today's stock picks, I'm going to be changing the name of this channel soon to make it easier for people to understand what this channel is about. I'm thinking about Stocks with Scott or maybe Stock Curry. Let me know in the comments below what you think the new channel name should be. For those of you who are new to this channel, my name is Scott Curry. I used to work as an analyst for Merrill Lynch and Morgan Stanley, and now I analyze stock picks from the top 15 YouTubers. I then compile all of my analysis into a daily video that I post right here on this channel. I spend hours every day watching YouTube videos so that you don't have to. All you have to do is watch this one video each day, and you will get every single stock pick from the top 15 YouTubers. All I ask in return is that you hit that like button and subscribe so that you can get notified when I release my next video. In fact, I'll give you 5 seconds to do that right now. All right, before we get into today's stock picks, I just want to remind everyone that I am not a financial advisor, and none of the YouTubers I analyze are financial advisors either. This is purely for entertainment purposes only. Also, just as a heads up, Jack Spencer did mention 2 OTC penny stocks today that I am not going to talk about because they appear to be pump and dumps, and I want you guys investing in legitimate companies. Okay, let's get into it. The first stock that we're going to talk about today is BEEM. This is a solar company that includes solar-powered charging stations for EVs. 4 days ago, Larry Jones said to sell this stock and take profits. He is now rebuying the stock. He put a $90 price target on this stock for 2021. This will be a long-term hold. We have a buy under price of $70, an ideal buy-in price of $60, and a price target ranging between $90 and $100. If it does hit the $100 price target, that represents a 49% upside from today's closing price. Next up is BLNK. BLNK is a competitor to SPE/ChargePoint. Larry is buying the stock Monday. He likes the stock as a long-term play. Remember that StockMo recommended the stock as a long-term trade 3 days ago also. So we have consensus between those 2 YouTubers. Next up is BNGO. BNGO is turning into a war zone. Dead Inside spoke with both ARK Invest and the CEO of BNGO yesterday, and he posted what they talked about in a video. He later deleted that video after getting a ton of backlash from both YouTubers as well as ARK Invest. So, out of respect for Dead Inside, I'm not going to mention what he talked about in his video. But a very short summary of the video was that BNGO may be overhyped and that some of the rumors surrounding BNGO may be false. YouTubers, however, remain very bullish on this stock. But after hearing Dead Inside's video, some people are saying the stock is going to zero, while some people are saying the stock is going to $100. The reality is that this stock is a good long-term play, but it is very risky in the short term. Technically, this stock is forming a bear flag that you can see here. It's already down 11% after hours, so I do expect the stock to continue to go down. I really want to buy this stock, but I'm not going to chase. I'm waiting for the stock to get under our buy under price before I buy it. Remember that our buy under price is $3 and our ideal buy in price is $2. The key to making a lot of money on the stock will be patience. Be patient and wait before you buy, and then after you buy, be patient and hold through all of the ups and downs that this stock is sure to have. Next up is DDD. Smart Trader day traded this stock today. If you are a day trader, Smart Trader recommends looking for stocks that are up significantly on the day because these stocks often have the largest swings and are great for day trading. I'll go ahead and show you guys the 5-minute chart. Smart Trader got in right around here. He sold as it started to turn around here, rebought here, and made a little bit of money coming up here and then sold right here. Okay, next up is FATE, F-A-T-E. This is a genomics company. ARK Invest just started buying the stock, so expect it to continue to go up as people start to become aware of it. Next up is FCEL. This is Fuel Cell Energy. Larry Jones mentioned this stock today, and prior to today, Chris Sain was the only one who had mentioned this stock. So it looks like hype may be building on FCEL, which could push this to our price target faster than expected. This stock is a hold at current prices. Next up is GHSI. Jack Spencer mentioned this stock today. Jack Spencer is a technical swing trader, and he's only looking at this stock as a momentum play. Keep in mind that this is a penny stock, so it's very risky. Further, MACD and RSI aren't great, so I don't have a lot of confidence in this play. Next up is HUTMF. This is a Bitcoin mining company, so it's going to have the same analysis as MARA, which I'm going to talk about shortly. The only difference is this one is a penny stock, so it's going to be very volatile compared to MARA. Next up is HYLN. Chris Sain reiterated his buy recommendation on this stock. It remains below our buy under price of $18. We do have a price target on this stock of $60, which represents a 237% upside from today's closing price. Next up is IPOE. IPOE is a SPAC. They just announced that they are merging with SoFi, which is an online lending startup. Unfortunately, SoFi is a private company, so we don't have any financials to review. Despite that, as you can see, they shot up over 50% today on that news. Now, this reminded me of about another company that a lot of people have forgotten about, and that is PSTH. PSTH was mentioned by Charlie over at ZipTrader about a month ago when the stock was right here. Since then, PSTH has traded mostly flat. PSTH is another SPAC that is also looking to buy a finance company. So although you may have missed out on the 50% gains today on IPOE, if you buy and hold PSTH, you might have another opportunity at 50% gains on this SPAC. So even though Richard Allen, my financial friend, and Tech Conversations mentioned IPOE today, I'm going to hijack their trade and recommend PSTH instead. By the way, Charlie put a price target on PSTH of $40 to $275 depending upon the company they purchase. Next up is JMIA. JMIA looks like it's starting to recover and go back up. Charlie over at ZipTrader would like this to drop further before buying, but we have to follow the charts, and in this case it looks like it's done going down and will not reach our buy under price of $35. So if you like JMIA as a company, now would be a good time to buy. Next up is MARA. MARA is a Bitcoin miner. Everybody thinks that Bitcoin is going to go higher and higher forever. Of course, that's not going to happen. At some point, Bitcoin will come crashing down, just like every other tulip mania bubble before it. However, in the short term, I do believe that Bitcoin will continue to rise, and along with it, Bitcoin stocks such as MARA. So this is a short-term play. Keep in mind that the higher this goes, the more likely a crash becomes, and the more risky the stock gets. Charlie over at ZipTrader made a comment today that suggests he thinks the MARA run-up is over. So if you decide to buy MARA, or if you already bought it, set a profit target and sell once your profit target is reached. Do not get greedy. Next up is MSTR. MSTR is another Bitcoin stock, but it's a storage company rather than a miner. We have the same analysis as MARA, except this one might be a little bit safer than MARA in the event of a Bitcoin drop. Next up is Nio, N-I-O. Yesterday I said the sell-off was an overreaction, and as expected we saw a rebound today. We did have a price target on the stock of between $57 and $65 by the end of tomorrow. So if Nio does in fact rise above $57 tomorrow, you'll want to sell and take profits. If it does not get to $57, then you have a decision to make. Do you risk holding through Nio Day and hope the stock goes up further next week? Or do you sell the news in anticipation of Nio going down on Monday? Personally, if Nio does not get to $57 tomorrow, I am going to hold. But you need to decide what is best for you based upon your personal risk tolerance. That said, as a long-term hold, it really doesn't matter what Nio does over the next few days. StockMo, Charlie at ZipTrader, and Smart Trader all think Nio will go up to $90 to $100 by the end of 2021. And from a very long-term perspective, Ken and Grace thinks Nio will go to $1,000. So from a long-term perspective, Nio is a hold. Next up is NNDM. NNDM is a 3D printing company that makes 3D printers that are able to print computer chips, which results in the ability for companies to do very rapid prototyping. Richard Allen mentioned this stock today after it jumped 15%. Richard says the fact that NNDM bounced off of support yesterday and rose today shows the strength of this stock. In the short term, Richard sees this breaking out above $9.50 and onward to $10. Now, we do have a price target on this stock of between $14 and $15, which would represent a 61% upside from today's closing price. Next up is OEG, Orbital Energy. This is a solar panel company that should do well with Biden as president. They just had a direct offering 2 days ago, and we saw the stock drop all the way down to $1.84. We had a buy-under price on this stock of $2 with an ideal buy-in price of $1.80. So I hope you were able to pick up some shares because this stock jumped 33% today. We had a price target on this stock of $3 and it's almost there. I would sell this stock tomorrow if you didn't today, and we'll look to get back in once it gets back down to $2.50 or below. Next up is OPEN, Open Door. Open Door is a company that uses technology to make an offer on your house instantly. StockMo thinks this is the future of real estate because with Open Door, you no longer have to pay a 6% commission when you sell your house, and you don't need to worry about listing your house and waiting for somebody to buy it. Financially, revenues have consistently been increasing by 150% per year. Now, COVID took a big hit on this stock, and 2020 revenues are expected to go down by 50%. However, 2021 revenues are expected to rebound to somewhere around 2019's revenues. Considering that this stock's revenues dropped by 50% last year, and yet the stock went up over 300%, I am very bullish on this stock in the long term. I am going to place a price target on this stock of $55, but I actually have no idea how high it will rise. I put a buy-under price on this stock of $30 with an ideal buy-in price of $24. Next up is PLTR. Technically, PLTR has bottomed out and is starting to rebound. However, PLTR has a lockup period that is expiring soon, and that will almost certainly put downward pressure on the stock price. I'm going to reiterate our buy-under price of $23 and our ideal buy-in price of $20. Next up is PLUG. Larry Jones is going to buy PLUG on Monday. He was waiting for PLUG to drop lower in price, but in this case it does not look like that's going to happen. So Larry recommends buying it now. Next up is QS. Informed Trades thinks this stock has bottomed out and is starting to recover. He put an $80 price target on it, but I personally think it's still too risky. It may be starting to form the beginnings of a bear flag. Personally, I would pass on this stock and put my money into something that's a little more certain. Next up is SPE. SPE is a SPAC that is merging with ChargePoint, which is an EV charging station company. Larry Jones likes the recent drop in price on the stock and is buying it for a long-term hold. We have a buy-under price on the stock of $35, an ideal buy-in price of $32, and a price target of $50, which represents a 25% upside from today's closing price. Next up is SNDL. SNDL is another MMJ stock. Smart Trader believes this stock will go up past $1 because of the fact that Democrats are now in control of the country. We have a buy-under price on this stock of 70 cents with an ideal buy-in price of 60 cents. The price target of $1 represents a 46% upside from today's closing price. Next up is SPCE Virgin Galactic. Jack Spencer mentioned SPCE today, and his analysis closely matches that of MCash's. Jack Spencer is bullish on SPCE, especially given the fact that their failed test flight last month resulted in the spacecraft safely returning to Earth. Virgin Galactic is supposed to be making some kind of announcement tomorrow, so we'll see what that does to the stock. Although SPCE is above the buy-under price of $25, it's basically there, so I still think this is a good price to buy SPCE for a long-term hold. Keep in mind we have a $100 price target on this stock, which represents a 298% increase from today's closing price. Next up is TSLA, Tesla. Now, I've been telling you guys to sell this stock because it hit our price target of $750 yesterday. But today it went up to over $800. Now, I received a lot of slack about telling people to sell this stock. Please understand that our price targets do not mean that once a stock hits that price target, the stock will top out and start going down. I have no idea how high Tesla or any other stock will go. The price target is there so that you guys know when to get out and take profits. When a stock hits its price target, that means that the upside potential on that stock is diminishing and the risk of a pullback is increasing. I like to play stocks that are as certain as possible. You can continue to hold Tesla and hope it goes up forever if you want to, but personally, I like to take profits and put my money into a stock that has been beat down and has significant upside potential. Now, StockMo agrees that this is a great long-term hold, but in the short term, StockMo said that this stock has gone up much faster than he predicted. While it is not going back down to the $400 price range, StockMo said it would be very hard to recommend this stock considering the fact that it has doubled in the past 6 weeks. Finally is TXG. TXG is another genomics stock. ARK Invest just started buying the stock today. Shout out to my financial friend for alerting on this stock. Expect the stock to continue to go up as people become more familiar with it now that ARK is buying it. Alright guys, I hope you enjoyed this video and got a lot out of it. Comment down below what your favorite stock pick is. And if you want to get some free stock, sign up for Webull through my link in the description below. That will help you out and it also helps the channel out. And finally, remember to hit that like button and subscribe if you haven't already. I hope you have a lot of success trading tomorrow, and I will see you tomorrow.